TikTok platform has become influential for youngers to share a short video and become famous. Press the red bell icon and subscribe to my channel. Hello everyone. My name is Sarah. Today's video is on how to use TikTok for business. 1. Create a TikTok business account. You'll need a business account before you can use TikTok for your brand. Download and open TikTok on your mobile device. Sign up for an account. You can use your email, phone number, or log in with any social media platforms listed. Create your username. Click Edit Profile to upload a profile photo, add a bio, and link your Instagram and YouTube accounts. You've successfully set up your account, but to take full advantage of TikTok's many features, you'll need to upgrade to a pro account. To do this, click on the upper right-hand corner of the Me tab. The icon is 3 dots. Click Manage Account and switch to Pro Account. Select an account type. Choose between creator or business. Select the category that best describes your account/business. Lastly, add a website and email to complete your profile. 2. Get to know TikTok. Work the algorithm. One of the advantages TikTok has over other social media platforms is its For You page, an endless stream of videos curated by its algorithm that's unique to each user's interests. Since the For You page is the app's default homepage and where most users spend their time, it's much easier to go viral. Because the algorithm doesn't consider how successful past content has performed or follower count, if you create gripping content that speaks to your target audience, you have just as much chance of going viral as TikTok's biggest users. Identify trends within your niche. Engage with content and users that fit your target demographic. For instance, if your business sells cute stationery, you'll most likely find yourself engaging with content of a similar aesthetic. For example, it may have to do with bullet journaling and desk organization. By following, commenting, and liking, you're training the algorithm to show you more similar content and share your content with like-minded users. Curious about how you can find content within your niche in the first place? Look no further than the Discover page. You can use the search bar to look up specific terms like journaling or cute aesthetic. TikTok will show you all the top videos for that term, plus relevant users, sounds, hashtags, and similar terms others have searched for. You can also browse the Discover page's main feed, which is categorized by trending sounds, effects, and hashtags to see what's ranking on TikTok. 3. How to use TikTok for business marketing. Research competitors. The easiest way to see what's working for similar businesses within your niche is to scope them out on TikTok. See what performs well and identify areas of weakness to get an idea of what your shared audiences respond to best. Set tangible goals. Here's a SMART goal example to inspire your scalable TikTok strategy. Objective: I'm going to increase global brand awareness on TikTok. Specific: I will partner with international TikTok creators and reach out to 15 leads/day for content creation. Measurable: the goal is to double international website traffic within 4 months. Achievable: I have a successful business that is ready to expand globally and budget to work with creators. Relevant: I want to establish my business and increase awareness abroad. Timely: I will start a spreadsheet of 50 to 100 creators I would like to work with that includes their contact information within 1 week. Then, I will begin the outreach process and coordinate to have the posts published within 2 months. I will evaluate my results after 4 months. How often to post on TikTok for business? You want to post during the most optimal times of the day for maximum engagement. Luckily, TikTok for businesses makes it easy to find when followers are most active. Go to the top right corner of your profile to access your analytics, click Creator Tools, then Analytics. You will need to have a pro account to access this information and other tools. It's totally free and easy to switch over if you don't have one already. Simply head to your TikTok profile, go to Settings and Privacy, then Manage Account, and check if you have the option to switch to Pro account. If you don't, that means that you're all set up. If you are liking my video, please subscribe to my channel. 4. Engage your TikTok audience. Being consistent and building a strong presence on TikTok will work wonders for your business. There are plenty of ways to increase engagement and visibility, especially with the abundance of creative opportunities available on the app. Let's take a look at the best ways to engage your audience. Share user-generated content. While making videos is crucial to bringing brand awareness on TikTok, you should also consider sharing user-generated content, UGC. UGC refers to any content related to your brand created by your customers or users. For B2C industries, this is especially popular because it's an easy way to acquire and share brand-relevant content. Shopify's very own TikTok account is an excellent example of how to use UGC to reflect your brand's core values and create a community that users can be a part of. By producing both original content and UGC, you can optimize TikTok for business by showcasing a variety of engaging content makers. Stitch and Duet TikToks. One thing that makes TikTok stand out from other social media platforms is the ability to incorporate other users' content into your own TikTok video. This can be especially useful when repurposing UGC for your feed by adding a more personalized touch. Two features allow you to do this: Stitch and Duet. Stitch is an editing feature that allows you to clip and integrate a user's TikTok video into your own. It's a great tool that enables you to reinterpret and build on stories. For instance, this TikTok user employed the feature to reiterate another user's small business tips. 5. Create content that converts. You're using TikTok for business, therefore, it must have an objective. Whether that's to drive more traffic to your website or increase brand awareness, you want to make sure that you're creating content that converts. Let's look at a few essential strategies for getting more views. Keep it short and sweet. Though TikTok has rolled out the ability for users to upload videos up to 10 minutes in length, short-form videos are more likely to perform better. TikTok videos started as 15-second clips, before growing to 60 seconds, followed by 3 minutes. Typically, the shorter the video, the stronger the watch time and video completion, ultimately increasing your chances of landing on the FYP. Cross-promote. Cross-promoting sounds simple. You're sharing your content on different platforms. And, yes, while it is simple in theory, it's important to be mindful that every social network is different. Therefore, tailoring your posts to each platform is an absolute must. Not only will adjusting your content for each channel keep your followers engaged, but it also helps attract different demographics to your TikTok. Take full advantage by uploading your TikToks as Instagram Reels with a few tweaks to stay on Instagram's good side. Since TikTok and Instagram are direct competitors, Instagram has banned videos with watermarks from being uploaded as a reel. To bypass this, use a website like snaptik.app to download your video without the TikTok watermark. You'll then be able to re-upload your TikTok, watermark-free, to Reels. We suggest tweaking it to the platform by adding a relevant trending sound and muting the original sound. This way, you'll avoid Instagram's strict copyright rules while tailoring your content to another platform. Alternatively, you can edit your videos with an editing software outside of TikTok and upload that video to both platforms. 6. Advertising on TikTok. A key ingredient to consider using in TikTok for business marketing is taking advantage of ads, which can be a lucrative asset to your overall social media strategy. In fact, TikTok ranked number 1 globally for ad equity, with brands such as Princess Polly reporting a 15x increase in return on ad spend. In-feed ads. In-feed ads are video ads integrated into users' FYP. This format allows users to comment, like, and share. What makes these ads so great is that they are embraced like native content, with 83% of TikTok users reporting that this type of ad is enjoyable. Top view ads. Top view ads are full-screen video ads that occupy the first in-feed post. They can last anywhere from 5 to 60 seconds. Since it is a distraction-free viewing experience, Top View is ranked first in engagement. Branded Hashtag Challenge. Branded Hashtag Challenge is a 3 to 6 day campaign format that encourages virality through user-generated content. What's so great about this format is the advertisement can be as subtle or straightforward as you want it to be. Plus, it sparks organic visibility and a high level of engagement. In 2020, Shopify teamed up with TikTok to launch the #ShopBlack hashtag challenge to celebrate and showcase Black-owned businesses across TikTok. Branded Effects. Branded Effects allows businesses to create their own stickers, filters, and special effects to get users to interact with their brand. This is another great ad format that encourages organic content creation. In 2021, TikTok launched Versailles Run, an AR branded effect to promote an ad campaign titled #MuseumMoment. It quickly picked up steam, now boasting over 1.1 million videos.